Hello everyone, this is Hemant Gandhi. I'm going to start a DevOps series today. So we are going to start with creating an EC2 instance in AWS. So AWS is a cloud computing platform. So there are like multiple other cloud computing platforms like GCP and Azure. So we will be choosing AWS, which is more convenient to use in respect to when you are testing something and doing your own work. So we are going to start with creating a AWS account first. Then we will proceed further with other things. So your first step will be going to the aws.amazon.com website. So click on create an AWS account over here. So you will be getting one sign up page, I would say, where you can use any email address of your own. This one of my email address. Okay, then you can put any of the name. Let's say I randomly put one AWS name. Click on verify. So I've got one verification code on my email ID. So you can just look at it and click on verify. So it is been verified. So I have used some combination of special characters, numbers, and upper and lower case. So that works well for me. And you can continue. It's a free tier account, so it will be free for you, and it's a 12 month, so you can use that. Then you can explain which purpose you are using. So I'm using for personal, let's say, for my own project. So you can do that. Put your email, phone number, all of that. I'm in India, so I can add India. So I will put my phone number, then choose your country again. Then put some, so I put in Faridabad, so I'm putting it as Faridabad, Haryana, 21005. So you can put your old address as well, whichever is convenient. So that is also okay. So you can click on this checkbox, go with agree and continue. So it is loading and verifying everything. So this is a page where will be getting about uh, all the details of billing and how you can access that. So you have to provide a credit card details to this. So it is very much secure. You don't have to worry much. Everybody is using Amazon, so it is not going to charge you a lot. It will be like 50 or 70 INR, I would say, which I'm uh, using it for a month. So this is only this much amount I'm giving to them. And initially it is going to hold like around 1 USD. It will be like around, for us, it will be like 2 rupee INR. So that will be for us, and somebody who's in US or India will be charged for $1. That is they're going to hold just to verify whether your debit or credit card is fine. Then they will release it. Then you just have to pay on monthly basis. So I was just got like 15 or 20 rupees last month, and that is the only thing. Like maybe you get like max 50 rupees INR. That is very much minimal for anyone. And in maybe in US it will be very less of like in few cents or something. It is based on how much we are using. As a testing perspective, we are just using it on a very less basis. So I won't see anything being in that level. So you can add your PAN number in India, as I have chosen PAN number. In US, they will be asking you some other ID card. You can provide it, not a worry. So as soon as you provide it and all the details, it is going to verify, and you're good to go. And you can use your credentials to log in. You can quickly do it just after signing up, and you are going to be paying the amount in the end of the month, whatever they are going to charge you. So I will be signing into my existing account. I already have one. So I'm on this website called as aws.amazon.com. I am trying to sign in. So there are like two types of users we have in this. One is IAM user and second is root user. So I have taken root users to access everything as we are using on personal level. There are accounts like IAM user accounts, which is being created by companies and organizations to provide some limited access to certain different things. So we are going to explore different things. So why not to have a root one? So I am will be clicking on sign in using root user email. Click on this. As I have created this one, you can create any of these. I would suggest you to go with root as we are going to keep things limited on use and that will not be creating any issue. So you can go with root user, not a problem, and enter your email address, whatever you have signed up with, and enter the password, click on sign in, and you're good to go. So it is going to ask you for MFA as well. So you can either use passkey, authenticator apps are there, there are like tokens and everything. As of now, I'm skipping. So I would suggest you to go with this to save your credentials and your account. So that should not be misused. So this is how your dashboard will look like. You will not be seeing this section as I have already used it. So you are seeing this recently visited. And on the right hand side, this is your account details and everything. This is a place where you can choose your nearby location. Let's say I'm in India, so Mumbai being the best one. If you're in Singapore or somewhere, you can choose this one, or anywhere, any state in the US. So based on that, you can choose these ones, and you can have other one as well, not a problem. But just like if you choose the nearest one, it will be more fast as compared to other ones. So as soon as you land on this AWS account, you will be searching for VPC first. So click in this global search and go to the VPC option. You will see VPC dashboard. Go to your VPC option here, and over here in the actions drop down over here, instead of going via create VPC, I would suggest you to go with the creating a default VPC. So for doing that, you have to click on this action drop down. There will be a first option called as create default VPC. Click on this. Just hit on create default VPC, and you're good to go. This is what you will be getting. So you don't have to explore much on this. These detail will be adding up to the EC2 instance. Don't have to worry much about what exactly it is. So now you will be again going to the global search and looking for the EC2. Click on this. So this is a full form Elastic Compute Cloud. So this is your EC2 instance, and this is where you can click on launch instance. And as we are going to test on Selenium project, so I will be saying Selenium project or any name you can get. So I will be choosing Amazon Linux AMI, basically Amazon Machine Image, which is the full form. And you can choose Mac OS, Ubuntu, Windows, whichever option you want, not a problem. All these images will be having a different set of commands. So you might use that according to whatever you have chosen. I would suggest you go with Amazon Linux. This is a good one. Then you just go down and see if you're okay with all these options. And this is a free tier eligible, which means you are okay. So the payment is not needed. Just go down below, and then we have an option called as instance type. So it is asking you if you are okay with 1 GB memory, one CPU, and this much small set of free tier options. So as we are going to install Docker, Java, and so many other things, so I don't think this will be a feasible option to go with. So we want a good set of configuration. So you don't have to pay much in that, very minimal charge, as I said. Go down and see what all options we have. I feel this 4 GB memory and 2 CPU will be enough for whatever we need. So we are going to use a little bit, so it will not be going to charge a lot. Okay, so this is what we are going to choose, T2 dot medium, which is having 2 CPUs and 4 GB memory, which will be faster, and for us it will be easy to proceed further. Otherwise, if we take a shorter type, then it will be a difficult one to go with. So we will be creating one key pair here. So by clicking on this create new key pair, You can name anything like Selenium test or something, and rest you can keep it as it is. So we are using OpenSSH, so it will be coming up with .pem extension. So you can click on this create key pair, and the same will be downloaded in your downloaded. Keep rest of the things as same. You want to increase the storage, you can increase it to 12 or something. You can keep it as it is as well. Rest is fine. There is no such as such things required. So this is a summary which you have chosen, whichever I have chosen here. If this looks good, then we can just quickly click on launch instance. I'm clicking on this and just wait and it will be ready. Okay, this is ready. You can click over here on this link. It has opened in a new tab. So this is your name of your project and this is the instance ID and it is in running state directly. It was quite fast. Otherwise, it will show that progress or something here. So till that time it is showing you running, that time you have to wait. And we are good now and we can proceed further. So this is ready, instance is ready. Why we have created instance? We have created instance to run our all the code which we have created in Selenium project on this cloud computing. All those code which we have created in Selenium project will be running on this. So this is what we are going to see. So over here, what you have to do, you have to go to this instance, and these are all your details. This is your IP address which you will be using. This will be a unique one which you are going to create every time with every EC2 instance. And this was a VPC ID which you have created earlier that is being integrated here. You have to go to this option called as security here, and if you go down, they're like inbound and outbound rules. Over here, you have to click on the security group link and just go down. You will find inbound rules. Click on edit inbound rules. So over here in the inbound rules, you have to add few new rules. Click on add rule. So we are going to use Jenkins as well as Docker. So we will be adding the default port for them. So this is 4444 and you have to select this anywhere IPv4 and again add one more rule to say 8080. Click on again anywhere IP. So we are ready with integrating ports of Jenkins and Docker. Click on add rule again. This time you will look for HTTP and again the same option anywhere IPv4. Click on add rule again, go with HTTPS. So all of these we are covering and letting the system know that this is what we are going to use and we are going to run over the system. You can just go in the, so you can just go to the save rules option. So click on that and you will find all of your inbound rules which we have added over here. Go back again to the EC2 dashboard. And again, if you just have to explore the resources, this is what you will see. There's one instance running, yes, one. Then this again is talking about the same thing. We were able to add two security groups and one key pair group. So these are the counts. In the very end, when you are done with everything, you have to delete all of them. That also I will show you. So as we are done with the integration of security group inbound, so we will be going to the place where our PM file is loaded. This is a place over here. I'm going to write CMD in the search bar and click on enter. So we will find this command prompt being opened. Then you can start writing the commands, all those commands to install everything on the EC2 instance. Okay, let's start with the very first command, which is ssh-i. Then the name of your PEM file, which is selenium test.pem. For Amazon Linux AMI, which you have chosen, that is having one username called as EC2-user, which is a default one that you have to write. So this way, then at the rate Then you have to go back and check out the, then you have to go back and see the public IPv address. So you can copy it from here or you can copy it from the icon of this copy as well. Go back again to your command prompt, and this is your command ssh-i, then space, then your name of the PEM file, then space, then the username and at the rate, and the IP of your instance that you have to add, and hit on enter. So it is asking you this detail whether you want to continue to connect. So it's a yes for me. It will be yes for you as well. So click on yes and you're good to go. You will see this bird flying and you are in the game. And now we will start writing all the commands for installing each and everything here. Okay, so let's start with very first thing. In the very beginning, what you can do is you can change your normal user to the root user. So that will help us to install a lot of things easily. So if you're not going to change your user to the root one, that will showcase you to get the access and all of that. So keep things in the very starting. So the very first thing which I'm going to do to make this user root user is the command called as sudo su, sudo, then space, then su. So this has changed to the root user and this is how it looks like after updating. So I will provide a document to you in the chat and that I will going to pin it so that you can easily access it as well. So let me just go through it. So first of all, I am going to see if there is something to update. So I will say yum update. So it will see if something is required to be updated. So nothing to do, complete. They don't want anything to be installed, which is on backlog. So everything is up to date. In my local machine, it is Java 17. So I have run all the test cases via Java 17 itself. So why not to keep the same version over here as well for Java? So very first step would be installing the Java. So for that, I will be writing yum install. So if you have not changed your user to the root user, then you will be adding sudo in the line first. You can use this as well. Sudo yum Java 17 then Amazon the retro dot x86 underscore 64. So these commands are easily available on the AWS website. So you can find it from there as well. So this is the command. So you can either use sudo or not. That is on all upon you. So you have already changed to root user. You don't have to add it. If you want, you can do this. So I missed out to add install here. So it's sudo yum install, then your Java version. And this all it is asking whether I have to install this along with so many other things. You can say yes in the last. Every time it is going to ask you whether you want to install. This is all I have listed. So you have to say yes or no. So I will be saying yes by saying Y over here. So it is about to install everything. So it sometimes take a bit of time. It depends on your performance of your the machine which you have chosen. We have taken a good one, so that is why it was quickly done. If we would have chosen free time, then that will have taken a lot of time. So our Java is done. So now it's time to install Maven. So I will say yum install Maven. Again, it is coming up with all the details. If you feel like, yeah, this is the newest version, I want an older one, then you can just say no and look for the exact command with that version. So if I'm writing, I just want the latest one. I have just written like yum install Maven. So it has automatically be given me the latest version. So you can say yes in the end and all everything will be installed. So we are done with Java, we are done with Maven. Then it's time to install Docker. Install Docker. So this is the version. This is where it is. We are going to set up and all these other corresponding dependencies it is going to install. Say yes again with an Y flag. So we are done with three items, Docker, Java, and Maven. So let's install Docker Compose as well. So we have to visit to this website. So from here we can download the Docker, and we are actually using the Linux machine, so we can follow these commands. So first command is curl sl, this one. So this is the command we have. Let's take it to the command prompt and paste it over here. Okay, so this is getting downloaded. So this chmod commands are used to provide the access that we are going to do. So we are done with Docker, Docker Compose, Java, and Git. And let's see one by one if we have got it done. So Docker Compose, which we have just installed. I'm checking if we got it. This got installed. Let's see the Git, if we have installed the Git or not. So let's install the Git as well. Yum install Git. Say yes. And we are done with the Git installation as well. So now we have to see the environment variables, basically the location where exactly they have been placed. So I will be checking it one by one. So first of all, get. So get space a dash dash exec space, not space, a dash, then a path. So this is what we have got. Let's paste it in some of the notepad. So this is a path which we have got for get. So we are done with most of the installation, and now we will start with the Docker machine. So command will be system ctl start Docker, then system ctl change start to enable, and it has created one system link for us. Then again, you have to restart it. These are the three commands we have to start the Docker. So now we will go to see Docker Selenium Grid. Click on this link, right? So if you go down, so we can create different images on via Docker for Selenium Grid. You have to go a bit down and you will find a Docker container with Firefox, which is going to point this localhost 4444, which will be like when you're going to run it on your local machine. But for our machine, which is EC2 machine, we are going to provide the IP of that particular EC2 machine along with this 4444 to run the Docker. I will show you that. Let's take Firefox container, or you can take any other container of any other browser as well. If you want to run it on Chrome, then you can choose this one. If you want to run it on Edge or something, you can choose other options as well. All the options are available. Let's stick to this one. So let's start with the Firefox. So I've copied this Docker command and I will bring it back to my command prompt and paste it over here and click on enter. So it will check if this image is available on your EC2 machine or not. So if it is not, it is going to install it. So we are actually setting up everything. So we have just got a blank container or a blank image from Amazon, and this is where we are preparing our image to run our scripts on them. So we need all the resources which we were doing everything on our local machine. So we need such kind of machine ready so that we can run everything. Okay. So this is the image number, and this is how we have got the Firefox installed. Now this means we can explore a Docker machine. So for doing that, again I have to copy the IP. So I am copying it from here now and open it from here and put a colon 4444, which is a default Docker ID, and this is how your session is ready. So this is your port 4444 for Docker. So this is your Firefox machine ready over Linux OS. So the Docker is ready on AWS EC2 instance.